Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and I know I'm a little late to the punch, but I still wanted to talk about Supernova Plus Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora. There's quite a few things coming with this medal that I think we should talk about moving forward, what the game plan is, so things like that. So right now I want to talk about the Supernova Plus Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora, which is the first of its kind to have this mastery skill that they are advertising for it, as well as a boosted strength. So we're going to go ahead and talk about these things. So right here at the top it says the first SN++ medal arrives in the form of Supernova Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora, and first thing you notice is that it's actually the two banners actually both guarantee him for sure. There's no 1 in 3, nothing like that. So that's a really interesting point that they decided to do this for Sora but not Naminé, which is arguably, not even arguably, which is definitely the more important medal of the two. So this really should have been the banner format for Kingdom Hearts 3 Naminé and not this Supernova Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora. Anyways, aside from that little mini rant there, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So about Supernova medals, strength and defense can be increased up to plus 5,000 with boost medals, and that means we're going to need a lot more Chippendales than we needed before. So for 3,000, I believe it was like 20, and then for the plus 5,000, it's going to take even more than that. So let's see, 5,000 divided by 150, it's going to take 34 Chippendale medals in order to make this thing max. So that's gonna be pretty crazy because that's a lot of Chippendales. Even if you had VIP and you had the farming quest, 33 is still quite a good number. So what I think, just a quick tidbit, is that they have to bring that farming mission back, but for both VIP and free to play. I feel like we need that farming mission. If you're gonna ask us to put on 34 6-star Chippendales in order to have something be its max strength, that's a lot to ask for unless you super farmed back in the day, because I even think if we look at VIP now, the mission isn't there. I haven't, honestly, minus this 1 week, I haven't bought VIP in a long time. Let's take a look. So yeah, the SP Chippendale quest, I'm sorry, it is still there, but I think it needs to have that free-to-play access, because that's a lot to ask for 34 6-star Chips and Dales. Anyways, let's go back to the notice here and then keep trucking along. So let's take a look at the banner. For the VIP banner, you are getting 4 Kingdom Hearts 3 medals, you're getting 1 trait medal for Chain of Memories Sora, you're getting 5 random medals, 30 VIP coins, and 3 gems. For the regular banner, you're getting only 2 Kingdom Hearts 3 medals, you're getting 1 trait medal, 7 random medals, 1 speed gem, and 10 VIP coins. Now, one thing that's really bothering me is why in the VIP they put the 30 VIP coins before the gems, but in the regular free-to-play banner they put the gem before the VIP coins. I don't know whose thought that was or why they thought it was a good idea. Just kind of a weird tidbit to notice. But looking at these odds, so the big things to notice is that the VIP banner gets 4 Kingdom Hearts 3 medals versus the free-to-play banner, and at this point I think it's actually almost sort of irrelevant. The most important thing that you want from those Kingdom Hearts 3 medals is going to be the featured medal at this point. It's not going to be like the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, it's not going to be the Kingdom Hearts 3 Monster Form Sora, so it's like they put all the Kingdom Hearts 3 medals there, but then they took out all the most recent ones, which are actually important. So I don't really see the Kingdom Hearts 3 things being a particularly strong bargaining point for buying VIP over being free to play, but it does come with a higher odds of getting the featured medal, which again is this Supernova Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora. You're getting 1 trait medal no matter which banner you pull, which is really good in my opinion. So even if you're free to play, you're still stacking traits for that medal in case you run into it later. For the VIP coins, you get 30 versus 10 in the free-to-play banner, and that just translates to traits. So essentially, if you get like 150 VIP coins, that's 15 traits you can use, versus like if you got 50 VIP coins, it's 5 traits you can use. So it just totals out to more traits. There's really nothing else that we use these VIP coins on, but it's nice because having more VIP coins allows you to decide which particular medals you want to buy traits for. So let's say right now they have the 5 foreteller banners out, and they have their avatar boards where you can spend VIP coins to get traits. Let's just say you got Supernova Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora, and you have perfect traits on him within, like, let's just say 5 traits. That leaves you a bunch of VIP coins left, and let's just say you accidentally got, like, Supernova Aced from one of the previous banners. You weren't aiming for him, but you got him. Now you have those VIP coins to go into the avatar boards. Let's just open them up real quick. So now you have the VIP coins to go into the avatar boards and buy traits for the medal that you need. So I think it's super good to have VIP coins included on top of the trait. That is probably one of the best formats for a banner. Honestly, this is a great format for a banner, even when you consider both free-to-play and VIP. This should be what the standard is. You get a trait no matter which one you pull for, you're getting VIP coins no matter which one you pull for, and you're getting gems, and they're both mercies towards the same medal. I think that's probably the banner format that everyone really needs. Alright, let's talk about the medal itself now. So you get like 10 days to decide. I believe you only have like 7 days as of me posting this video. But let's go ahead and take a look at the medal. So Supernova ++ Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora, maximum strength after, again, 5,000 chips is going to be 39,270, meaning it's got a base max strength of 34,270. Overall, I think the strength is okay. I believe it is higher than Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee, but ever just so marginally. And then you have to sacrifice more chips and Dales. If you don't have the chips, you're not reaching that max strength. Doesn't matter in my personal opinion. Alright, it hits all targets. It deals 13 hits that do affect the enemy's counter. So that means if you're fighting an enemy that has a red counter, attacking with this medal lowers that counter by 1. If you are fighting a blue counter enemy, it does 13, so it's going to decrease the blue counter by 13. For one turn, it's going to increase all upright medal strength by 1,500, and then for yourself, it's going to buff you by 10 general strength, 10 upright strength, and 10 speed strength. It's going to debuff the enemy by 10 general defense and 10 speed defense. So one of the big things to notice there is that 1, not perfect buffs. 2, you're getting no upright defense debuff on the enemy from turn to turn. So if you're doing a long gauntlet mission like a high score challenge, you're not going to get that Supernova activation, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but pretty much consistently you're going to be missing that upright defense down. Even with extra attack on this medal, because it does none, 0, -0 upright defense down on the enemy, you're getting none at all from this medal particularly. It gives special attack bonus plus 200%, which again is less relevant because the Supernova attacks of these medals give us plus 280%, and odds are you're going to time it so that you're consistently getting those plus 280% when you need them. And then damage plus higher HP. Now this is one that I want to talk about a little bit later when we talk about the medal, because damage plus with higher HP is, I believe, actually going to be getting weaker over the course of time, but we'll talk about that in a bit. It costs 2 gauges, which is nice because it's a very low gauge cost, and the damage multiplier is going to be at the low end, so when you have barely any HP, it's going to be 15.96, and at the high end, when you have maximum HP, it's going to be 19.2. So that 19.2 default multiplier is huge. I believe that is the highest multiplier in the game right now. I don't think anything else beats it. It actually outdoes Pirate Form Sora and Kingdom Hearts 3 Dark Baymax, which boasted that 17 multiplier if there was only one enemy left. This does that, but even better, and it hits all targets. So to be able to hit all targets, so no matter how many targets there are, there could be 10, there could be 50, you're going to be hitting them with that 19.2 multiplier whenever you're at max HP, which is super nice. Its Supernova attack hits all enemies, and again, you see that little text there that says Mastery. That's going to mean it does additional damage to an enemy where you're hitting for super effective damage. So Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora is a speed medal. If you're fighting a magic enemy, that Mastery skill is going to come in, and it's going to make that Supernova attack do even more damage than it normally would. However, with the Mastery effect, if you hit, let's say, either a speed or a power enemy, it's going to do just the regular amount of damage. It's not going to have a boosted damage from the Mastery skill. So Mastery only applies when you are hitting for weakness, when you are hitting for super effective damage, which again is that big giant yellow text numbers that come up whenever you hit an enemy with the appropriate attribute. So in this case, if you're hitting a magic enemy with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora's Supernova attack, it's going to do more damage. The rest of the Supernova attack, for one turn, it increases upright metal strength by 4,500, which is a lot. Again, it is pretty much just barely 500 points less than what Kingdom Hearts 3 Kairi B is giving, which is really good because this is also a great attacking medal. And then it is going to self-buff your general strength by 10, your upright strength by 10, and your PSM strength by 10. So it gives you power and magic strength with the Supernova activation. It's going to debuff the target by 10 general defense, and 10 upright defense. So there we see where the upright defense is going to be subtracted from the enemy by using the supernova attack. But remember, no matter how many buffs this all gets, it is only going to be activated once per mission. So that means if you're running, again, a big gauntlet quest like the high score challenges, or if they make some other event where you have to fight multitudes of enemies, you're only going to get one activation of this supernova attack. So that is going to require you to pretty much try and be really, really wise about it. All right, and then lastly, it triggers before slot 2 is activated when defending in PvP. This is good because it allows you to get all your first medal activations off, and then it procs the special attack. So let's say you have Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee in the first slot. You're going to get all activations of Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee. So you're going to get the plus 5,000 from its supernova attack. You're going to get the plus 2,000 from its special attack. And if you have extra attack, you're going to get plus 2,000 more. So it's going to be plus 9,000 upright medal strength. Then this supernova attack activates, and it benefits from that plus 9,000 from the initial Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee. So that's really, really good. That's a good place to put this. And then it gives you plus 280% special attack bonus, and it does not affect count. So count plus minus 0 means that no matter if it's a red counter or a blue counter, it's not going to affect either one of the two. So with that, let's go ahead and check out the draw odds, and then I'll talk about all my thoughts about the medal, if I think you should pull. So let's go to the draw odds. We're going to look at VIP first. So you are able to get Chain of Memory Sora from the general medals as well as from the Kingdom Hearts 3 pull. So if we go all the way down here, these are all the things you can get in the Kingdom Hearts 3 pull. And right there you see Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory Sora. It works the same way for the free-to-play banner. So again, where is this? This is the Kingdom Hearts 3 medals, the two that you're getting. And right there is Chain of Memory Sora. And then if we go back up to the general medals, let's see, right here, and then go to the general medals. Again, these are these 7 random medals that you're getting. There it is, Supernova plus Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory Sora. However, while Chain of Memory Sora is available as either one of the general or the Kingdom Hearts 3 medals, none of the other Kingdom Hearts 3 medals after Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas are available. So again, that eliminates like the foretellers from here, that eliminates Kyrie B, it eliminates Xion A, it eliminates Xion B, Larxene, Saïx, all of those new ones that are actually pretty important are not in the pool right now. So when you're pulling for this medal, you're pretty much pulling for the Chain of Memory Sora. There's really almost nothing else that'll be particularly useful unless you're new or you are missing a piece of your game. Tier 9s are great, but Tier 10s are coming out and slowly replacing the Tier 9s. So while it is good that they have Kingdom Hearts 3 Tier 9 medals in there, we need those Tier 10s to be in the pool, just so that, you know, if you get a little bit extra luck and then you pull into one of those, it can be useful to you, rather than pulling for something like a Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora or a Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku, which is barely going to be useful unless you're new. So just my thought, we need those new Kingdom Hearts 3 medals in the pool, and they are not available as of right now. So I did the math, because if you look at the VIP draw odds versus the free-to-play draw odds, you'll notice that there's already a difference between the pull rate for Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory Sora. So right there, and then if we go here, oh, well, I hit the wrong button. Let's see right here. So as you can see, there's different probabilities. I did the math, so pretty much for the VIP banner, if it's the Kingdom Hearts 3 medal, so again, one of those 4 guaranteed Kingdom Hearts 3 medals, there is a 1 out of every 250 medals has the chance to be that Chain of Memory Sora. And then for the general medal, so again, those, let's see if I'll highlight it right there. So those 5 general medals there is a 1 in 350 chance for a medal to become Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory Sora. Looking at the free-to-play, so again, looking at these Kingdom Hearts 3 medals here first, for the general banner, there is a 1 every 463 medals is going to be Chain of Memory Sora, and then for the 7 general medals right here, there is a 1 every 607 medals is going to be the Chain of Memory Sora. So pretty much 1 out of every, like, 5 VIP players is going to get that Chain of Memory Sora early, and then, like, 1 out of every 9 free-to-play players is going to be getting that Chain of Memory Sora early. So still bank on doing the Mercy. Think that you're going to have to do it if you're going to pull. Don't do like the weird 1-2 pulls, hoping you'll get it, because while there is a chance, it's very, very slim. So just keep that in mind. It's a pretty low chance for you to get them pretty early. Alright, so what are my thoughts on this medal? So talking about the banner format, again, this is a great great banner format. It is a free-to-play and a VIP one. The biggest difference is that VIP is getting the medal a little bit early, which sure, makes sense because you put money into the game, you need to get something out of it, but you're still spending money. So it makes sense that they cut down the number of mercies for the mercy pull by half for VIP, so you're going to be spending 5 pulls for VIP or 10 if you're doing the general banner. There's that. There's a trait. No matter which banner you pull, whether it's the free-to-play or the VIP, you're getting 1 trait medal, which is super good because then it prevents you from needing to spend more on trait boards. So super good there. You're getting 30 VIP coins with VIP and 10 with the general. That's good. Again, it gives you the ability to select traits that you want. So again, if you get perfect traits for the Chain of Memory Sora, just using the trait medals you got from pulling, then you have a bunch of VIP coins to decide, okay, well, now there's a bunch of banners, a bunch of avatar boards where I can choose which particular medals I want to have traits for. So let's just say you have an extra Supernova Plus era lying around that has no traits because you were pulling from the Ava banner back in the day. Bam, you've got more traits for that era so that you can put more on there, and I just think that's really good to have that selectability. So while VIP does get more, the fact that we're getting them at all is super good. And just to put icing on the cake, they have gems included with every single pull. So this is a great banner format, and I'm still really upset as to why they did this for Supernova Plus Chain of Memory Sora when they really should have done it for Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee. I mean, look at this nonsense. So it was nice that they gave everyone a free pull, but the fact that if you're free to play and you're missing out on this game-changing medal just because you don't want to risk getting Xion B or Kairi B, that's like absurd. You have this medal, which is super good, really useful, followed by this medal, which I don't think is particularly too amazing, and then you're giving it the better banner format. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not a big fan of it, so they really should have done that for Nominee and not for Chain of Memory Sora. This is pretty much a speed version of Second Form Sora. It's just a little bit better because it has 1, a higher strength stat, and 2, it's got that mastery effect, being able to have its supernova attack do super effective damage with an additional kick if you're hitting a magic enemy. So it's really just a better version of Second Form Sora that is speed attributed, but pretty much the buffs are the same. So if we go to our Second Form Sora here, so let's see, go to our tier 10s. Alright, Second Form Sora, upright metal strength plus 1,500. It gives pretty much the same buffs, except it looks like Second Form Sora is a little bit different because it does not give you upright buff, but it does give the enemy upright defense down. So it's a little bit different ever so slightly, where Chain of Memory Sora buffs you, whereas Second Form Sora debuffs the enemy. So just a little bit of a difference there, but otherwise they honestly feel like the same medal to me. Let's see. So talking about this damage plus thing that comes with the medal. So damage plus being with higher HP, I feel like is going to be less relevant as time moves on, because we all saw it pretty much in the Keyblade War, Gula and Envy. So both of those medals have an effect where they will hit you after you activate a certain medal. So like after you activate slot 2, Envy is going to hit you. After you activate slot 3, Ghoul is going to hit you. So if you have only your buffer on the first slot that heals HP, and you have this towards the end because it's your highest damage output medal, so let's just say you activated the Nominee, you healed yourself from the last turn, you're ready to go for the rest of your rotation, then you activate your second medal, whatever that is, and then an enemy like Envy would attack you, lowering your HP, and then by the time you get to your Chain of Memory Sora, your HP is not at max, and you're not hitting that max multiplier. And again, when your HP is at its lowest, you are only doing a 15.96 multiplier, which falls below actually quite a lot of the tier 10s right now. If I remember correctly, the Supernova Plus era has a multiplier of like 16.7, and there are no conditions attached to it. So that's already going to be higher than this Chain of Memory Sora at its weakest. So just a thing to keep in mind there, that if they plan on utilizing that strategy more, where the enemy hits you after a certain number of medals have been activated in your Keyblade, that's going to decrease your HP and decrease the damage output of this medal here. The whole theme of upright buff is making it seem like the bad guy breaker is going to be super broken in the future. So let's take a look at our bad guy breaker here. So moving to the bad guy breaker, it's a tricolored Keyblade, sure, but because it's tricolored, you can have pretty much anything. So let's put that there, for example, and then let's just say this is Chain of Memory Sora. Or that's Chain of Memory Sora, why not? No, wait, that'll be Chain of Memory Sora. And then we will put, like, second form Sora here. We'll put Ava here. So after all this is a crazy amount of upright strength. So let's just say the Nominee has extra attack, which it does in this case. And then we activate the Supernova attack. That is plus 9,000. Followed by an ultimate form Sora with extra attack. That is going to be plus 3,000 more, so 12,000. Activating the Supernova attack of second form Sora, that's going to be 16,000, plus its general, like, special attack, that's going to be plus 3,000, so that's 19,000. And then with Chain of Memory Sora here, that's going to be, what is that, 23,500 plus 3,000 more, so 26,500. And then there's even nothing here. Let's just say there's nothing there. 26,500 plus an Ava with extra attack, that's 28,500 upright metal strength for the entire turn. That's nuts. That's pretty crazy, because normally to reach those numbers you would need something like recovery buffing just to get that high, where you get knocked out in the middle of your turn, you keep all your buffs, and then you do it all over again. But in order to hit that consistent 26,500 upright metal strength, all you would need is the bad guy breaker, and it gets all the multipliers because it doesn't matter what the metal is, if it's upright or reverse, as long as it's the right power speed magic attribute. That's going to be crazy. That is a crazy amount of strength. So I don't know if they're trying to boost up the bad guy breaker because it's going to be like one of the better keyblades because its multipliers are better. Whenever you level it up, it gets better multiplier increases than previous ones. So bad guy breaker is going to be pretty nasty. All right, let's go back to talking about Chain of Memory Sora here. So for Chain of Memory Sora, one thing I don't like about him is that he's still gonna need buffing support no matter if you have extra attack on this medal or not. So looking at the medal again, looking at its special attack, even with extra attack, you're gonna be missing upright metal strength down, or I'm sorry, upright defense down on the enemy, which is pretty vital. I feel like that is a very important multiplier to have, because remember, the upright, reverse, and power speed magic buffs, those multiply the amount of damage that you do towards the enemy. So general strength and general defense, those increase the base values of the strength and defense, but the power speed magic and upright and reverse multiply that damage. So if you're missing that upright defense down on the enemy, that is a multiplier you're missing out on, meaning that this medal needs to be buffed with something else. Even if you activate the Supernova attack, that's only minus 10, and you only get that once per gauntlet, so once per mission, and that means even with the Supernova attack, if you have extra attack on this medal, you're still missing 5 upright defense down on the enemy. So I just think it's incomplete buffs, which is like a plus or a minus because most people tend to buff themselves with something like Kingdom Hearts 3 Kyrie A with extra attack, Kingdom Hearts 3 Nominee, so there's usually buffers before this medal, but again, I'm a big fan of the medal has everything you need rolled into one, and in that regard, it's missing it from the buffs. Talking about the hit counter again, it does 13 hits, which affect the target's counter. Now, for red enemies, this is okay because no matter how many hits you're giving, it's only going to decrease count by 1. But for a blue hit counter enemy, that is going to decrease it by 13 with extra attack that's minus 26. And minus 26 blue counters essentially makes the enemy use its revenge attack, its counter attack, which has the potential to hit you with a status ailment, which can knock you out. So it's a good and a bad thing. Because if you haven't seen the video on recovery buffing, go ahead and check that out. I'll try my best to remember to link it in the description. But recovery buffing is a really great technique for stacking your strength across multiple turns, whereas normally at the end of your turn, all your strength buffs would reset. Recovery buffing takes care of that. However, because it hits so many counters, if you have this on, let's say, slot number 4, slot number 5, and then you should still have like the pet medal as well as the friend medal. If you decrease that blue enemy counters count to 0 before you hit those medals, you're effectively wasting damage because the enemy will counterattack you and then you're missing out on 2 medals worth of damage. So it's a good thing or a bad thing whether or not you're using recovery buffing. Again, if you're using recovery buffing and it works well, good. That's great. You're able to stack more strength. However, if you just need to crank out more damage, like let's just say in the Foreteller's Quest, and then you just need to not get knocked out, you need to activate more metals down the line, then this can be bad. So it's a plus and a minus thing being able to affect counters. Really, it just means you have to put on your extra thinking cap when you're fighting enemies with blue counters when using this metal. So ultimately, the metal is a damage metal, and damage is easily one of the first things that gets replaced as we move forward in this game. So buffs have a long longevity. Strength gets replaced really fast. I mean, it was only a few months ago that they released Supernova plus Gula, and this metal almost effectively just overwrites it, because one of the biggest problems about Gula, and I guess it's a plus depending on how you see it, is that Gula is speed locked. His special attack and his Supernova attack only give speed metal strength, whereas this one gives upright metal strength. So Gula wouldn't work well in the bad guy breaker because you have magic metals in there, you have power metals in there, and that's not going to receive any benefit from Gula. However, if you add Chain of Memory Sora, it would give the benefit to those metals because it increases upright. So really the only time that Gula is going to be better than this metal is going to be in reverse speed setup. So things like Missing Egg. So this metal almost just kicked Gula straight off the map, and Gula only came out 2 months ago. That's just to say that, again, power gets replaced very easily in this game. It is one of the first things that when they are looking at new metals, they're probably going to be like, all right, how do we make this metal better than the last one? Let's just give it a higher strength. And then they're done. Like, that is like the easiest thing to replace. It doesn't require a lot of thinking to replace metals like that. So while this metal is a damage metal, it does mean that somewhere down the line it's going to get replaced, and I expect it to be replaced very soon. This metal might be the first Supernova plus metal, but only hitting for weakness with a Supernova attack is pretty lame in my opinion. So this mastery skill being part of the Supernova attack is great, but you only get to activate it once per mission. And that's to say, if you're doing like a high scored challenge, let's just say there's multiple enemies, you're having a hard time fighting all of them, and then it's like, alright, well I've got this mastery skill, but I can only use it once. So that is kind of a good game balance, because it doesn't allow you to consecutively use it time after time, but I think mastery is just horribly inconsistent, and I think that it's cute, but because it's limited to the Supernova attack in this case, I just don't think it's particularly useful. Yes, it might be useful in the upcoming quest, because whenever they release a medal, they always got to think the next strategy is, alright, how are we going to use this medal in quests so that people that bought it, or people that are thinking about buying it, will get it and make good use of it. They need to promote their own product a little bit before they make it apparent that it's not useful. So being able to only activate it once per mission, kind of a downside to me. I think if they had mastery be part of the regular special attack, that would be crazy. That would be nasty broken. So that's just my spiel on it. I think mastery is going to be really good in Coliseum, because nowadays all they've been doing is having these one big giant enemy fights, and being able to activate the mastery once on one group of enemies doesn't matter, because there's only one group of enemies to begin with. So I think this is going to be great in Coliseum. I think it's going to be not as great in things like high score challenges or things where you have to consistently do a lot of damage, but again, it does give you a nice little tech, again, a cute little tech where you're doing more damage as long as you're hitting for weakness. But if you're in, like, let's just say you're using Chain of Memory Sora and then all the enemies are speed enemies, it's like, oh gosh, all right, well, this mastery isn't going to help me too much this time around. So just a thing to keep in mind. I think mastery is cute. I don't think it's game breaking, unless they make special attacks mastery. If they make special attack activations mastery, that's going to be disgusting, and we're going to have to figure out something to do about that. Let's see. This medal is not even remotely as good as Kingdom Hearts 3 Naminé. Even though it has a higher strength, it's got that mastery skill, it has more chips and dales applied to it, Kingdom Hearts 3 Naminé is literally the full package rolled into one. Until we get a new buff cap, in which I think Naminé is still going to be useful, Naminé just covers everything. It heals you, it restores gauges, it cures status ailments, it's a great raiding medal if you have damage and raid traits all over it, it's a great damaging medal if you have extra attack, ground, and strength, and aerial on it. It's just so useful. It's got such good utility. And again, for me personally, what makes me rate a medal really high is if it's got great utility. Because no matter how many ages the game passes, utility is always useful for everyone. So you could have the best damaging medal. It could have 1,000,000 points of damage. But if you don't have the right buffers before it, garbaged. you could be making so much more with utility. So this medal, while it's neat, while it's cute, while it's the first Supernova ++ medal, it is not nearly as good as Kingdom Hearts 3 Naminé, which gives medal strength to everything, to reverse medals. It gives you plus 9,000 maximum, where this thing is going to be giving you plus 7,500 maximum. And then Naminé will give you consistent plus 4,000 if she has extra attack to all medals if you have her. Whereas this medal will only give consistently 3,000 with extra attack to all upright medals. So it's missing a huge chunk of medals, not being able to help reverse medals there. So Naminé is easily the better choice over Chain of Memory Sora. I would not aim for Chain of Memory Sora unless I already had Kingdom Hearts 3 Naminé, with the exception that you're free to play. If you are free to play, the Naminé banner for free to play sucks. All the medals are useful, but you want the Naminé. And I would save, again, until Naminé comes back as a Mercy Pull, because while I did address in the last video that maybe she won't come back as a Mercy Pull, because of how useful she is and because of how important she's going to be moving forward, I think they have to make her a Mercy Medal at some point for free to play. So my general rule of thought would be, if you don't have Naminé, save. If you are VIP or even pay to play and you already have Naminé, maybe if you need it. If you're not passing content, then maybe. But all in all, I think that this medal is a pass. I think it is a big pass because, again, the big thing about this medal is that it's damage, and damage is one of the first things to get replaced in this game. So that's why I think this medal is a skip. If you're really short on speed upright medals and you just need it, let's just say you want like a really broken bad guy breaker setup, or if your best speed medal to date is something like Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, then maybe this could totally be worth it, because you don't want to be falling too behind. That's why it's one of the things to consider, like, okay, let me look at all my speed medals and let me see if any of them will still be helping me hold water as new quests come out. So I don't think this medal is future proof, but if you really, really, really badly need an upright speed medal that does damage, this is probably your guy, because again, great banner format, guaranteed for all players with an X number of pulls. I think it's a great banner format, and I think that they should do this banner format more often with better medals like Kingdom Hearts 3 Naminé. But with that being said, that is my analysis on Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Sora. So we talked about the medal, we talked about the banner, we talked about some of the implications for this medal, and then we talked about moving forward, how good is this medal going to be. So hopefully that was useful to a lot of people. I know it's a really long analysis, but hopefully it was useful. But with that being said, if there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. Again, I have a Discord, and that way is the link towards the Discord, as well as the question of the week, which is, what is your favorite world in the Kingdom Hearts series and why? So I'd love to hear what you all think about which Kingdom Hearts world is your favorite. And that is all for now. Thank you all so much again for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.